Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the NBA slate on DraftKings and Yahoo for Tuesday, April the 2nd. We just got a 4-game NBA slate for Tuesday. I'm going to go through each position, quickly go over this 4-game slate, talk about the guys that I like at each position, work our way through the player pool, and then I will give my 5 plays for DraftKings and 5 plays for Yahoo. These are 5 players that do stand out to me specifically for each site. Before we do get started though, guys, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below if you have not subscribed yet. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. I'm pumping out these NBA videos daily for you guys, and I'm also making MLB videos as well, making 2 videos a day. So trying to get out as much content as I can. Just would appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at point guard today. So we have Harden and Westbrook at the top of this position. Both guys look like pretty appealing plays today. There's a lot of good studs to pay up for on this slate. We have Harden and Westbrook, obviously. You have Paul George as well at 10K against the Lakers. You have Jokic at 9,600 against the Warriors. You got the Warriors guys you could go to, Curry, Durant, even LaMarcus Aldridge against the Hawks could be a very good play. So there's definitely a lot of guys we want to pay up for. There is some value that I do like on this slate, to where it should be easy to pay up for at least one of these guys. If I have to choose one, I think I'm going to lean with Russell Westbrook here. I do like this matchup a lot for Westbrook against a Lakers team that is just not good defensively, plays at a very fast pace. It's going to be without LeBron James, which obviously makes this game likely to blow out. It's a little bit more likely to blow out, I guess you would say. And their defense is definitely not as good when you take LeBron off the floor. Still a fast-paced team, though. Even with LeBron off the floor, this Lakers team still pushes the ball, still plays fast. This game should be high scoring. It's just a matter of if it stays competitive or not. And I do like Westbrook here in this spot. Easily could see him put up a triple-double. So if I'm paying up for point guard, he would probably be the guy I would go to. James Harden would definitely be a close second for me. If you're looking for these mid-range options, Chris Paul at 7,100, I like quite a bit if you want to go to him against the Kings. His price tag just feels a little bit too cheap for the upside that he has. Another guy that I think is way too cheap for the upside they have is Rajon Rondo, 6,600 on DraftKings and $27 on Yahoo. I like Rondo a lot on both sides. With LeBron resting for the rest of the season, we're going to see Rondo really take over. He's been playing big minutes lately. In competitive games, Rondo's been playing 30-plus minutes, 35 minutes against the Hornets, 31 minutes last game against the Pelicans, 50 and 56 DraftKings points. Just when you take LeBron off the floor, Lonzo off the floor, Rondo is going to benefit a ton. He's going to be the primary ball handler. We could easily see Rondo put up a triple-double here. I think if I'm going to play guys from the Thunder, I probably want to play some guys from the Lakers as well, because if the Thunder guys do very well, it's probably because the game is competitive, and if the game's competitive, then that means Rondo's probably putting up a very good game. So I could definitely see playing a lineup today where you have like Westbrook and Rondo together, or if you want to play Westbrook and PG, and then maybe play like Rondo and some other Laker player, whether it's like Kuzma or maybe Mo Wagner if he starts. Definitely this game is stackable if you think it stays competitive. A lot of guys have upside here if this game does stay competitive. And Rondo, I think you could get a triple-double out of. You could get 50 DraftKings points out of him again. So I like him a ton at 6,600. If we're going for value plays, I think Derek White at 4,700 against the Hawks definitely stands out. I played a ton of him last time he played the Hawks, and he went off for 50 DK points in 29 minutes. He has not been playing good lately. The minutes have been somewhat consistent. He's still playing about 28, 29 minutes. But he's definitely taken a backseat lately, really taken a backseat to Aldridge and DeRozan. Those two guys right now are just carrying the Spurs team and doing all the heavy lifting. But with how good this matchup is, I think Derek White is still in play at 4,700. He is definitely a value option I do like. And then Caruso, I think, should benefit off the bench. With no LeBron, he probably will be the primary ball handler when Rondo is off the floor. So Alex Caruso at 4,600 you could also look to. But let's go ahead and move on to shooting guard now and talk about this position. DeRozan at 8K does stand out to me a bit here. I do like targeting some Spurs players today. Love LaMarcus Aldridge. We'll talk about him when we get to power forward and center. I think DeRozan's a great play. I mentioned Derek White you could look to for a value point guard. Just when you get teams facing the Hawks, especially a team like the Spurs that play slow, getting them in a pace-up spot against a bad defensive team definitely makes some of their players very appealing. So DeRozan is pretty appealing in my eyes today. KCP with LeBron off the floor at 5,400, especially if Kuzma sits as well. He would definitely be a guy you could look to at shooting guard. Caruso, White, you got both here who I mentioned. Justin Anderson is a value play I want to talk about. I like him a ton today. 4,400 on DraftKings. You can play him at shooting guard, small forward. He's small forward on Yahoo, and he's $11 over here. So Taurean Prince is doubtful for today against the Spurs, unlikely to play. Justin Anderson, we saw draw the start. Last 2 games with Prince out, he played 24 minutes against Portland and had 16 DK points, and then he played 31 minutes against Milwaukee and had 50 DraftKings points. When Prince has missed, Anderson's been playing consistent minutes. Hawks right now are pretty thin, to be honest. They don't have John Collins, don't have Dwayne Dedmon, so that frees up a lot of minutes in their front court. No Taurean Prince should free up a lot of minutes for Justin Anderson. He's not a high usage player, not a high point per minute player, but if he's going to continue to play 30 plus minutes and he's still this cheap at 4,400, I do like taking a shot on him today. I think he is in play for value if you do want to go cheap at shooting guard. You could go to Bembry, who I don't mind. He should benefit with Prince out as well. But since Anderson's been drawing the start and been playing more minutes, I think he's the guy that I really want to look to as a value play. But now moving on to small forward and talking about this position, you do have PG at the top here, who I do like quite a bit today at 10K on DraftKings. On Yahoo, he's at small forward, and he's $47 over here. I think he's a really good play on Yahoo as well, especially with Yahoo and how they do their positions. I think PG is going to be a core play for me on Yahoo at 47. On DraftKings, since you have the dual position eligibility, I don't think PG is as necessary, but I still like him a lot on 10K on DraftKings. If I'm paying up at small forward on DK, he's my first option by far. DeRozan would probably be a close second for $2,000 cheaper. But PG I like quite a bit today against the Lakers. Really not much needs to be said. Same thing goes for him as it did for Westbrook. Fast-paced game. Should be a game that's high scoring if it stays competitive. These guys are probably going to put up big games. PG and Russ are kind of just doing all the heavy lifting for the Lakers right now. Are doing all the heavy lifting for the Thunder right now. So I like PG quite a bit today at small forward. And then a lot of plays here I've already mentioned. KCP. You can play Justin Anderson here. If you want to go to Bembry, you could go to him. Lance Stevenson with LeBron off the floor, I don't mind at 4,500 as well. Lakers definitely a team we could look to for some value. Hawks as well. But now moving on to power forward and talking about this position. LaMarcus Aldridge I got that I like a ton today. 8,400 against the Hawks. Love that you can play him on at power forward on DraftKings. On Yahoo, he's only a center, which doesn't make him as appealing, but I still think he's a great play on Yahoo at $34. It's just hard for me to play Aldridge over Jokic. Jokic only $9 more. We'll talk about Jokic when we get to center. But I still like Aldridge on Yahoo. Love him on DraftKings, though. Since you can play him at power forward, you can play Aldridge on DraftKings, and then you can still play Jokic as well. And then you can still play a guy like Alex Len, who I expect to be pretty popular today. But Aldridge against the Hawks, not much needs to be said. Great matchup. Aldridge and DeRozan, both guys are playing a ton of minutes for the Spurs right now. They're getting a ton of usage as well, doing all the heavy lifting. Spurs need to fight for a better seed in the playoffs. They still honestly need to fight for a playoff spot, so they're playing their guys as many minutes as they can handle. I expect if this game is competitive, Aldridge probably plays about 36, 38 minutes and could easily go for 50-plus DraftKings points, so he looks like a really good play on DK at 8,400. I like him a ton at power forward if you're going to this price range at this position. There really aren't a ton of other values I like here besides a guy like Mo Wagner at 3,800 who could definitely be a value now that LeBron is off the floor. Wagner should get some minutes, and he's dirt cheap on DraftKings, cheap on Yahoo as well. I do like Wagner as a value, but if I'm not playing Wagner at power forward, then I'm probably going to look to a guy like Aldridge at 8,400. But now moving on to center and quickly going over this position before we end the video. So Nikola Jokic at the top here is probably my favorite stud on the slate. 9,600 against the Warriors, 9,600 on DraftKings, 43 on Yahoo. I love Jokic in this spot. He hasn't been that good this year against the Warriors, which I think is a bit concerning, but I would expect that to change, especially in a must-win game here for the Nuggets. Nuggets are fighting for the 1 seed. Obviously, the Warriors are the second seed right now, so this is a big game for both teams. I expect their starters to play a ton of minutes here if this game is close. Jokic only played 30 minutes last game against Washington, but he did get ejected in that game. Like I said, if this game's competitive, Jokic is going to play 34, 36 minutes. Nuggets are trying to get the 1 seed, so they're going to run Jokic out there as many minutes as he can handle. Anytime Jokic is under 10K, he's very appealing in my eyes, so I like him a ton on this slate. I think he's a great play overall. He looks like a really good option at center, along with LaMarcus Aldridge. Both of those guys, I think, make for great pay-up options today. Then other centers we could look to in this mid-range, the guy that I talked about earlier that I did want to mention again is Alex Len. He's 5,100 on DK, and he's minimum salary on Yahoo. He's a great play on Yahoo at minimum salary. But Len, with no Collins, no Dedmon, is just going to see as many minutes as he can handle. He's going to be needed here as well. Going up against Aldridge, you're going to need a big guy out there. The Hawks really won't be able to go small in this matchup, so I expect Len to play 30-plus minutes. He's probably going to score 30-plus DraftKings points. Feels like a chalky play, but feels like a chalky play that you kind of have to go to. The Hawks just really don't have any other bodies they can throw out there without Dedmon and without Collins. Collins resting for this game. Len's really just like the next man up that has to soak up a lot of those minutes. So at 5,100, he looks like a really good option at center. If you're going to that mid-range, I think he's a great play today. If you're not paying up, he looks like a really good option. The value play I talked about earlier is Mo Wagner at 3,800. Definitely a value you could look to. But I think that's it for center, guys, and I think that is it for this video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully it did help you. If you enjoyed, make sure you click that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already, and if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or you can hit me up on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you checking out the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.